Hi Rumble, hi Amelia. It's really good to meet you guys.
Hi Jamie, hi Bryony.
Bryony, Jamie.
So I understand you're thinking of moving to Dubai, and what sort of gave you that idea at first?
Well, in the changing world at the moment, we're considering different options. We'd like to compare different locations, and yes, we're looking to make a move.
Yeah, you've got the weather. You've got a lot going on down in Dubai now.
Yeah, the lifestyle is amazing.
Yeah.
Well, Brian and I, we've lived there since 2008, so we have a lot of experience in that area, and it's an amazing place to live. Do you have children?
Yes, we have 4 children, a 6-year-old boy, twin girls that are 8 years old, and a girl that's 20 years old.
Wow, you've been busy.
That's amazing.
And
well,
baby.
a part of the service that we offer is also to help. We lived there a long time ourselves, raised 3 children there. So we know a lot about the education system, which schools to possibly look at, the areas that you would need to live to have great accessibility for the schools. Traffic can be somewhat of an issue in certain areas. So we do offer that advice. And would be really excited to hear what your specifications for your children would be. For example, what education would it be, an IB, a British system, the American system, and that really helps to offer the best advice going forward.
Yes, kids' education and well-being will be a key factor, definitely. And now that we have 4 children, we're both working actively. What area, what system would you advise from your point of view, knowing a little bit more about us?
I would definitely offer the British system is a very strong and well-tested system within Dubai. There has been a lot of British influence over the years with a lot of expats being there, and it's a system that's very world renowned. However, in the last, I'd say, 5 years or so, the international system's really grown, and so if that's sort of more appealing with regards to your children, maybe possibly living in different countries, I think that's a really interesting system to consider. Also, the new, relatively new Swiss school has been a very popular choice with a lot of new expats moving over from Europe. But again, you could also look into the American system, which is also a very well-renowned system within Dubai. So any of those, obviously it's a personal preference at the end of the day with your family and your choices and your children, of course, as well. All children are different, and what suits their needs the best.
Yes, and these systems are also famous for boarding schools. So does it mean that we carry on living with our children, or we put them in boarding schools that are in Dubai? What's the usual?
There's actually very few boarding schools within Dubai. I think it was something that they were trying to improve on, actually, and there are a few now. There's Repton, I believe, still board, and there's a school in Abu Dhabi, Cranley, if I'm not incorrect. Yeah. I believe that they have offered the boarding, but it isn't actually as popular a choice within Dubai. Interesting, but I'm sure it will grow.
I think most people have young kids, so they like to be at home with them, which I'm sure you guys, maybe your 20-year-old. And also it depends on what sort of interests you in terms of lifestyle. Would you like to be near the beach, or are you golfers? There's a lot of golfing communities.
I suppose.
Yeah, no. Gated communities, is safety an issue in Dubai, or can you kind of live anywhere?
You can live anywhere, but a lot of people like the safety of a gated community, and it's not just the need of security, it's actually more about all the services that come with it. Yeah. People like to have a clubhouse, for example, a restaurant and a bar, and places that they can meet as a community, which you get in these gated areas. One of my favourite areas is Jumeirah, because you are close to the beach and has some fantastic restaurants. Unfortunately, with Jumeirah, you can't buy as an expat. So you'd only be renting.
Right.
And something that obviously what we do is BBH, we're helping clients who are moving who want to invest and purchase. So I would combine the school, and also, do you work from home, or do you have an office?
Well, I would definitely carry on working from home and just flying in and out occasionally.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking to set up a business, getting residency. I've heard about the golden visa.
Yeah.
Sounds really appealing for me as a Brit.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you suggest?
I think we can offer a wealth of help and information with all of those subjects, all because we have set up our own business there, actually more than one business over the years, and we have also purchased several homes. We've recently done the golden visa, so we can give advice on how to achieve this, whether it's through investment in property, for example, or an investment setting up a business. There are other ways of doing the golden visa with certain industries you're in, entrepreneurial, but that's more further down the line. But the very interesting one is what a lot of our clients have done and what people invest in property to do the golden visa, which then offers you 10 years. And limits the amount of time you have to come in and out to buy, but obviously you'd be living there, so that wouldn't be a factor.
And that means you would get an office. So I would go to the office and employ people in Dubai, I assume, as a subset of the British company.
Yes, I would really recommend going to one of the free zones. They're really well set up. It's quite inexpensive and it's a really slick operation. So you choose a free zone that maybe suits the industry you are in. There you would get an office, and then with that license you can then employ staff, and then obviously have visas for you and your family as well. And I think one of the most important things for us is to understand how much space you need. Some people prefer location and will be happy to live in an apartment, maybe downtown, which is a great area, good nightlife and lots of good accessibility. But I'm guessing with the size of your family, you're looking for a large villa. And that's something that obviously BBH really specialise in. That's where I'll come in is, I need to know how you want to live your life and how much you're going to spend in the house with your kids, or maybe you need to separate areas. And fortunately, there's a lot of very large villas in Dubai where you can create some amazing spaces. And I think one of the biggest things I need to know about is budget, and whether you are looking for something you can run your business at home as well. Some of these houses are large enough where you can have even separate access. So we've created areas where you can have space on the side where you can run your business and then still entertain and have your family life on the other side of the house. One of the questions I've got for you is there a certain style that you like? Coming from Britain and Europe, is there something that you would, you've seen the BBH style, is there a certain style you're looking for?
I love the Mykonos house. I mean,
very popular that one.
I just absolutely love it. Is that our style? I mean,
we do love modern, but what's really appealing is this multifunctional side of it. That it serves as a family home and the place where we work and also entertain occasionally, because I suppose Dubai is more about going out, from what I understand. So I do like the concept of, and as you say, even different entrances that keeps it flowing, because I suppose staff coming in, I suppose those houses are optimized for house help.
Yeah, I think
they are. They're very much geared towards having a different areas, different zones to make the whole house run perfectly, harmoniously. With having, if you have any staff who would want to come in and work, whether they're living with you or not, we always design like a little service area at the back where you can have like a nice sort of front kitchen, and then behind a butler's pantry or a service area where you can put your dirty dishes, so when you have your friends over it's not all on show.
So going back to your question before about the location, where it should be, what we like, I suppose, well, on the French Riviera we enjoy being close to the beach, and that would be definitely something amazing. But at the same time we think about the climate, which is completely different, meaning we don't really go to the beach in the summer, I suppose, but how many months a year can you actually enjoy the beach and the outdoor life?
I mean, Dubai is really geared up. It's very, very hot in the summer months, so it's a good time to travel. It's a good time to go back to Europe, visit your family in these very hot months, July, August, September really, but then you're going back to school if your children are in school. However, Dubai is also really geared up for year-round entertainment. We have amazing air conditioning. I mean, the best on outside of the US, I'd say. And the hotels all have chilled pools. You can still quite enjoy a nice beach day, pool day actually, in a chilled pool. Maybe not the beach so much in July and August, but you still have this full access year-round. And Dubai has done an amazing job of making it a year-round location.
I've heard about your brunches.
Yeah.
You have big brunches.
They're very well renowned.
Yes, they're rather long. Yes, they are famous.
I think you'd enjoy maybe a brunch or two.
Yeah. what we really reached out to you guys about is you're kind of really advanced in that kind of living healthy and bringing new technologies into the future of the house. Is that something you'd help us with from the go?
Yeah, full turnkey service. I mean, you mentioned the Mykonos house. We were the first people. That was on the Palm, and we were the first people to put a solar car parking pergola carport on there, so you could park your car straight and plug it straight into the pergola.
Awesome.
But what we tried to do is include the design in it as well, and we did them a beautiful pale blue to match all the shutters, so it really fitted. It wasn't an ugly thing, as we all know solar's not the prettiest.
And we were fortunate, that house, it was on the Palm, Jumeirah, which is an amazing location. You're right on the beach. The villas there are on the beach, which would be an amazing fit for you guys. I think you like to be near the water. And in some other villas we've done, we've also considered solar panels, water saving technology, which is a system which recycles water, and we're always exploring new and different ways to be more sustainable, think about the wellness, and especially with children. We're very interested in how to make the space environmentally friendly, but good for health as well. So looking at the air conditioning, the filters, the water. So we take into consideration all of these factors.
That's what I was thinking, because our children would spend fair bit of their time indoors, and especially in hot months or hotter months. So they're exposed to aircon, and then I suppose everyone's a little bit to themselves, considering the traffic and distances. So how do you connect with other families? How do you connect with the community of like-minded, similar families?
We're really fortunate in regards to the community in Dubai. I feel like having that expat community, especially when you've picked, if we have the opportunity to show you some different areas, you'll get a feel for where you feel like you'll fit in. And everyone, in our experience, is very friendly. There's lots of community groups. There's lots of Instagram pages, Facebook pages, which you can join very easily. And if you have children in school, I also feel like this is a really amazing way to make friends. And within these gated communities, I say they're gated, it's not so. Dubai is extremely safe. It's a very safe place to raise children. And that's really in your little area that you're living. It's so easy to make friends.
So gated means boosting community rather than protecting from the outside world.
You have a security system, so it enables everything. It enables that safety, which is super important. However, it's also a way of creating a community. Jamie mentioned earlier, a lot of the communities have if it's a golf course, for example, they have the clubhouse. If it's they have little shopping areas with amenities, supermarkets, nail salons, beauty. So you have these areas where it's easy to have a little community feel.
and everything's so accessible.
Yeah.
You know, you have apps for everything. You can have anything delivered to your house. Bryony mentioned beauty. There's people can come anytime for these things. A lot of people have these things at home, invite friends, they might do it together as well. And then going back to the Palm, Bryony and I have lived in different areas of Dubai, and one of the things we love about it is you do feel as a slight microclimate. You have the sea breeze, and I found one of the things that we did is we put shutters on the windows and installed fans in all the bedrooms and living spaces. And I felt, well, sometimes you could probably get an extra month either side of the summer without having to run the air conditioning, and having that natural sea breeze like we have here, it definitely reduces your air conditioning bills. Whereas I find on the golf courses, there's a lot of water sprinkling, you know, to maintain the golf course, and that can create more humidity. And so as a personal preference, I would say being close to the beach, it does enable you to extend that maybe sort of the
outdoor
April
living,
and October, whereas I know in land a little bit more, it's a little tougher, and naturally you're closer to the desert, so you have more dust. So
we do change our styles though, depending on where. For example, the communities which are more, you know, more desert-like, I mean, they're amazing in their own right. It's such a beautiful, with the different planting, you can make the gardens look so beautiful, even though it has a desert feel. So it's something that we've done a lot with the Palm Desert.
we try to embrace the desert rather than, you know, a lot of people go for the very, I call a European style garden, and we try and embrace the local materials and have more of a desert look with lower maintenance and less use of water. Imagine you're sprinkling all this grass in that heat. It's a lot of water consumption.
And using indigenous plants as well, which are local, and they're meant to be there, so you have a more sort of
Yes, I suppose Dubai is surrounded with many myths. Like when you say desert, I literally see just a sea of sand, but that's not what it is it? It's many varieties and actual plants that also grow.
But
in the
also
desert.
you are very close to just the open desert, which is also spectacular. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Have you been out there and into
A
the
lot,
desert?
yeah, it's beautiful. You just go out, you can
The place to be calm.
campfires, it's super calm, you see the moon rising, the stars are, it's a really special place.
Yeah.
That leads us to entertainment
Of
question.
course.
I suppose community can go only that far, but when it comes to going out in the evening or doing little weekend retreats, you don't always have enough time to go back to Europe, for example. But if you want to do a little, you know, not staycation, a little bit out, but sort of staycations, what do you do?
Well, actually, there's lots of little staycations you can do. If you're based in Dubai, Abu Dhabi is an amazing place to visit. I would say it's got some great cultural, it's got the mosque, but it's also got the Corniche. It's very beautiful. Sailing there is beautiful as well. You can take a boat out and it's a little island. But you've also got Ras Al Khaimah, which is very close. You have Fujairah, and Oman is actually not too far away as well for a weekend trip away. And it's all very accessible. If you enjoy mountains, there's mountains you can do some amazing hikes, and it's really Jebel Jais is somewhere we went recently, and they have the zip line. I don't know if you've heard of that, but it's there's some really amazing places to visit and great for children.
And also further afield, you guys coming from the UK, it's with the amazing airline that is Emirates, and also you have the option of Etihad. There is so many flights. It's like 8-9 flights a day to London. Then you have all the other cities in the UK as well. And you know, I've been in
Really
situations
accessible.
myself where you get a call and you need to be on a flight, and it is really nice to know you have an amazing airline that's so quick. You can be back in London,
Great
whether it's
links.
visiting family or work, whatever. And it's a really easy airport to get through. So that's something that I really enjoy, especially knowing, you know, your family is far away, that you can easily get home. So I reassure you guys, if you do move to Dubai, don't worry, you can, and you obviously get the visitors as well. I'm sure your family will come and visit you.
Especially get a house on the
Yes.
Palm.
Yeah.
The time
In the winter
difference
months.
is not that far off, is it, from the UK?
Yeah,
No.
yeah. It's
what,
only 3 hours in the
3
summer,
hours?
Yeah.
4 in the winter, which makes it a little harder. But you do get a lot of visitors, and that's one bit of advice I would give you. you know, with the size of family you've got, you will need lots of guest rooms. And one of
nice
the
to have a spare room.
one of the last houses we did, we created a guest wing. So we designed 2 bedrooms, like one more of an adult, one more for the kids, and then a separate living area with a TV, so that when your guests are visiting, they've got their own space. And you know, a lot of families, they'll come and visit you for maybe 3 weeks, a month, and that can be a bit much when you're in the same space.
You're right. It's not like
That's
for a couple of
interesting,
days. It's when they come for longer. So it's not just a guest room on the side. It has to be a bit more
So I
planned
really
for.
recommend you go for something like that for those long-term visitors. And also creating different zones where, you know, maybe a parent wants to go and read quietly and you guys might want to watch TV. And another nice thing about putting living spaces on different levels, a lot of the houses come with basements, and we create movie areas and then the wellness area. Rumble might want to go and hide downstairs and watch a movie, and then someone upstairs might be entertaining, chatting, playing music, and you're not affecting each other.
It is also is a major factor in sort of location, because obviously you do get a lot, but the larger villas are maybe more further out than the Palm, for example. You know, the villas are slightly smaller unless you have a signature, which is, we won't have a basement, but they're larger. So it's something to consider.
Can we talk about prices? If you did have a budget of, you know, 10 million, where would you go, you know, if we gave you 10 million and go from scratch? What would you do? Buy the land, get the permission? Would you source you do the design and the architecture? That's your specialty. Then you'd get the builders, local builders. How would it work, and what could we get for that kind of money?
Well, firstly, I'd say I wish we could rewind about 3 or 4 years, because you get a lot more for your money.
It's growing, isn't it?
Yes.
It's growing.
And
which is good.
It's fantastic for Dubai. And, you know, I'll be honest with you, this, you know, right now, you don't get as much as you did 3 or 4 years ago, unfortunately. 10 million is a very healthy budget. You can get a beautiful home. We love constructing from scratch. We would love to buy some land, guide you on the area, buy some land, and then we can design a villa from scratch. And this is what we do in Europe. But however, at the same time, we will try and find you the worst house on the best street. As long as, I always say to people, I can change anything. What I can't change is the location. So if you like the direction of the sun, if you like the view and you're happy with the location, don't worry about anything else, because we'll change all that for you. So yes, if it's an existing villa, we would of course redesign the layout, submit all the drawings for approval. You have local approvals, and then you have the government approvals as well. This process can take 2 to 3 months depending on the area. At the same time, Bryony and the team would work with you on the more detailed design. And then we'll produce you the 3D renders. So of course you get to see what it's going to look like. You approve them, sign them off, and then we would start purchasing all the materials, mobilize the team for construction, and then depending on the size of villa and your demand, we look between sort of 9 months to 1.5 years on the project, depending on how far you want to go with it. Building from scratch is a lot easier because you don't have the demolition. We normally allow 3 to 4 weeks for demolition, so you obviously lose that month.
Absolutely.
But it will come down, I think, mostly for you guys will be the location. That's the key.
So the new airport, is that a thing?
Yes, I mean, DWC is a fantastic airport. It's enormous, and if you look at Dubai as a map, you know, you're right in the middle between Dubai and Abu Dhabi, and maybe your work takes you to Abu Dhabi. They're going to introduce a high-speed rail, and you know, DXB is very busy. They are bursting at the seams, so it's just a natural course that it will happen. Timescale wise, I would say 10 years.
10 years.
So if you're looking at moving this year, and you want to stay in a busier community, I would stay closer to the Palm, that sort of area. It's called Emirates Living. But investment-wise, if you're feeling more for the long term, then I would go closer to DWC.
It's definitely a smart investment.
That's where you'll get the uplift.
The new airport. And also the, sorry to interrupt, the Palm Jebel Ali as well, which is probably about the same sort of timing with regards to it being finished. So it's also will make, and it's double the size of Palm Jumeirah. And So that would be good time,
And then
good
you do
investment.
custom. So they have the smaller homes at the base of the fronds, and then they have the larger ones, and at the tip you have customs. You just buy land, and then we can design a house from scratch for you.
I suppose we would like to take your advice on what suits us, but also what's optimized from investment point of view.
Course,
So
yeah.
we don't want to go too personalized, because ideally in the future it would be sold at some point.
Of course, yeah.
Absolutely.
All our clients say that. A lot of them, they say, well, we're only going to live here for 2 years. And I always say, oh, it'll be 5 or 10 years. You know, like ourselves, we came to Dubai for 1 year.
1 year, yeah.
And these years just keep going.
14 years later.
But to answer your question, we try and appeal to as many markets as possible, but I still believe BBH has a very distinct style, and it does attract a lot of Europeans. We've been fortunate with our investments and our developments ourselves. We've often sold at the highest price on that street or in that community, and some of the real estate agents think we're crazy when we go to market and we suggest a sale price, and they're like, oh, you'll never get that. And I would say, but what we've done is unique. There's no comparable. And yes, it might be the same size villa, but it's nothing like anything else. And normally it's a client who's moving to Dubai and they want something fresh and new that they're probably more accustomed to in America or Europe. And we've managed
help
to maximize
them to achieve that and maximize their investment.
Yeah. So to answer on that, I would definitely go for one of our signature styles, but of course we tailor them all for you. You know, we'll talk in great length to find out exactly, you know, what suits you best. But the BBH signature styles have always been popular. The houses have always sold very well.
So what is the next step? Is it us coming over to do a little research trip with you, or is it something we do remotely?
Yes.
What
we
is the
could
usual
help
next
you
step?
a little bit remotely to begin with, to maybe narrow down areas to come and see. But you know, really, it is about getting a feel for the different communities, where you'd like to be, the location, and we can help you with different schooling, like we discussed at the beginning. Because that really does help and dominate really where you want to be.
Yeah. Regarding that, I mean, you've been there, you've done it. I mean, when is the best time to move from the UK to Dubai? What age of children? Is it secondary school, primary school? What kind of time is good to move?
I mean,
for us?
The younger, the better. I would say, just with regards to the disruption in their education. It does get harder when they're older and they're starting. Everything starts to get a little bit more serious. However, I'm a true believer in you have to do what's right for you as a family, and you know, sometimes in life things all can't be perfect, but you can make the transition as smooth as possible, and I think that's really what we're talking about, is to enable that move over to be smooth and calm. And if you have a nice home to move to, this also makes it more harmonious for yourselves and the children.
Should we sell what we have in the UK and move, or kind of keep that there and move? What do you suggest?
I think I'd wait to see what the Labour government have got planned for this month. I'd
Yeah.
wait for that news and then make that decision.
We're all waiting.
Yes, everyone is waiting. I mean, we kept a property in the UK for many years, and eventually we just didn't feel the need for it anymore. So we sold ours, so we don't own anything in the UK anymore. I would probably move, keep your property, see how the first couple of years go, and if you feel, okay, I'm settled now, then maybe sell it. And I think, again, it's going to be your kids, how much they enjoy it. Our children are a little bit older, they've been boarding in Europe, and the younger one was in Dubai on her own for a bit, and she eventually moved to Europe as well. And it will, you know, you have a 20-year-old, I'm guessing he or she will be in university and things like that. So I think I'd test out and see how the kids settle in, make sure they're happy at school as well.
I think it's nice that you have a somewhere else to go to, like if you wanted a second home, it would be somewhere that you wanted to spend the majority of your time outside of your life in Dubai. You know, family is always a drawback, really, isn't it? So if you have family back in the UK, but maybe not necessarily just the UK, you might be a little bit on the move. So having that family place abroad as well does, I think, lend itself
and
to
maybe
a
not
happy
the UK.
family.
I mean, we're seeing some of our community and friends. A lot of people are now looking for that second home in Mallorca. And also Portugal. The area we're building is Comporta. It's so different from Dubai, and I'm sure if you move to Dubai, it's a very fast-paced life. You're going 100 miles an hour, and as you mentioned, it's very good nightlife, lots of restaurants. And I think when it comes to the summer, people want the complete opposite. Somewhere calm, maybe a beach that's very relaxing, which obviously Mallorca and Comporta offer, which Brian and I are designing homes in now. And I think that maybe if you keep your property in the UK for a couple of years, you might find, like some of our friends and colleagues, they've decided to sell and then build something or buy something in Spain or Portugal. So,
what I think is really nice speaking to you guys is that, you know, you're Brits as well that have been there, done it, and you kind of can give great advice to us thinking about moving over there. So thanks so much
Thank you so much
for your
It's been an
advice.
absolute
and
pleasure. And
Pleasure.
we
We
can't
look
wait
forward
to
to showing you around.
Exactly.
Yes.
Helping you to make that big decision and it is a huge decision. And making it as easy for you guys as possible is what we
will help
what
you
we're
along
here
the
for.
way.
Great, thanks so
Yes.
much.
Thank
Great.
you.
Good to meet you both.
Thank you, lovely meeting you.
Nice to meet you.